Caught again? Dylan Wang spotted visiting Shen Yue at midnight. Fans convinced something is happening behind the scenes. Just when the world had moved on, when fans were sure the spark had faded and the chapter was closed, a single sighting has set the internet on fire again. In a move that has stunned fans and reignited years-old rumors, Dylan Wang was reportedly seen visiting Shen Yue late at night, and the details are simply too specific to ignore. It was just past midnight when an unmarked black SUV pulled up quietly in front of a residential building in Beijing. No flashy entourage, no media alerts, no drama, but the figure that stepped out was impossible to miss. Wearing a dark hoodie, a cap pulled low, and a mask that barely concealed his features, the tall, lean silhouette belonged to none other than Dylan Wang himself. Multiple eyewitnesses confirmed what fans have long suspected, but haven't seen in months. Dylan still visits Shen Yue, and he's doing it quietly, behind the scenes, away from the flash of cameras. According to two residents of the apartment complex, Dylan entered the building swiftly, head down, and appeared to punch in a code at the private access gate, suggesting he knew exactly where he was going. What adds fuel to the fire? This isn't an isolated incident. K-World has learned from a close source, someone allegedly connected to the building's management, that Dylan has been seen at Shen Yue's place on at least 3 separate occasions this past month, always arriving at night, always alone. The visits are unannounced and, interestingly, never acknowledged by either of the stars or their teams. So, what's really going on here? Let's rewind for a second. Dylan Wang and Shen Yue first stole hearts globally with their electrifying performance in Meteor Garden. The chemistry wasn't just on screen. It practically exploded in every interview, behind-the-scenes clip, and off-camera moment. Fans weren't just shipping their characters, they were convinced that something real was happening between them. Yet, over the years, both stars kept a safe distance from the rumors. Friendly, professional, silent. But now, silence is the loudest noise of all. Insiders close to both stars have hinted that Dylan has made multiple secret visits to Shen Yue in recent months, always during odd hours, always staying out of sight. While the two have maintained a public image of simply being co-stars and good friends since their Meteor Garden days, the frequency of these private meetings has left fans wondering, is this friendship or something far deeper? Some claim this is just a reunion of old friends. Others aren't so sure. What really sparked the current buzz was a single post, a short, cryptic message Shen Yue reportedly liked on social media just days after Dylan's visit. It read, "The heart always finds its way home." Fans immediately began decoding its meaning, with many believing it was a subtle nod to her long-rumored connection with Dylan. The timing? Suspicious. The silence from both stars? Even more so. And then came the twist. While people were still digesting the news of Dylan's unexpected visit, an anonymous source, someone claiming to live in the same building as Shen Yue, dropped a bombshell. They reported that not long after Dylan entered the building, a woman in a long beige trench coat was seen leaving from the side exit. Her face was mostly hidden, but according to the source, it wasn't Shen Yue. Who was she? That's the question now lighting up fan forums and gossip sites across the internet. Could she have been a manager, a stylist, a friend? Or is there another woman involved in this story, someone no one expected? Could Dylan be caught in a silent love triangle between past and present flames? And what does this mean for Bai Lu, the actress Dylan was recently rumored to be seeing? For weeks, netizens speculated about his growing closeness with Bai Lu after behind-the-scenes videos from their recent project showed undeniable chemistry. Some fans had already dubbed them the next power couple. But now, with Dylan being linked back to Shen Yue, those same fans are left stunned. Is Bai Lu out of the picture? Was she ever in it to begin with? Or has Dylan's heart always belonged to Shen Yue? Let's not forget the history. Dylan and Shen Yue's on-screen chemistry in Meteor Garden wasn't just acting, it was electric. So much so that fans have spent years hoping their fictional love story might one day become real. And although both stars have always denied dating, their connection has always been undeniable. From their awkward giggles during interviews to their lingering glances off camera, something always felt unsaid. Now, years later, with Dylan's secret visits and Shen Yue's cryptic likes, fans are daring to believe again. Is this a rekindling of old feelings? A love that never truly faded? Or are we watching two friends being dragged into rumors that have nothing to do with reality? The silence from both stars only fuels the fire. Neither Dylan nor Shen Yue has addressed the visit. Their agencies remain tight-lipped. No official statements. No denials. No confirmations. Just radio silence, and in the world of celebrity rumors, silence often speaks louder than words. Right after Dylan's most recent visit, eagle-eyed fans noticed Shen Yue had liked a rather cryptic quote on Instagram: "The ones who are meant for you will always return." The timing was impeccable. Coincidence? Maybe. But fans who followed their story know better than to believe in coincidences when it comes to these two. What's more intriguing is how this sudden encounter follows recent rumors about Dylan's alleged closeness to actress Bai Lu. Their behind-the-scenes moments from a recent drama had fans buzzing about a potential new couple on the rise. Many had even accepted that Dylan and Shen Yue were long done if they were ever real at all. Now, that narrative has been completely flipped. Speculation is rising that Dylan's recent closeness to Bai Lu may have been nothing more than good promotion, or worse, a red herring. If he's still privately visiting Shen Yue, what does that say about where his heart truly lies? And we haven't even reached the most shocking part yet. One anonymous tipster, someone claiming to live in the same building as Shen Yue, posted on a fan forum that they saw another woman leave Shen Yue's apartment an hour after Dylan arrived. She wasn't Shen Yue. She was described as tall, slender, wearing a trench coat, and seemed to be trying to avoid attention. Her face was mostly hidden. The identity of this mystery woman has now become the latest obsession of online sleuths. Some fans believe she might be a stylist or manager. Others are convinced she's a mutual friend helping cover the tracks of a very private romance. But a more dramatic theory is gaining traction, that she might be the reason Dylan's keeping his real feelings hidden, someone with a connection that could complicate everything. And yet, amid the chaos, one simple question is echoing through every fan page and gossip site. Why would Dylan risk being seen at Shen Yue's apartment multiple times if there wasn't something serious going on? After all, Dylan is no stranger to public attention. Every move he makes is watched, dissected, analyzed. For someone as careful as him, this kind of exposure isn't just careless, it's intentional. Or, at the very least, emotionally driven. Could it be that Dylan is finally following his heart? And Shen Yue, who has remained gracefully quiet through every rumor, every headline, is she finally ready to stop hiding and live her truth? Or is this visit the beginning of something even more complicated? Some insiders believe the two may be working on a secret project together, a comeback drama that could once again light up the screen with their unmatched chemistry. But if that's true, why all the secrecy? Why the late-night visits, the hush-hush entries, the radio silence from both their teams? Others believe this is more personal than professional. That after years of public speculation, the two simply want to explore their connection in private, away from the noise, the pressure, and the endless headlines. Whatever the truth is, one thing is certain: Dylan and Shen Yue are not done. The emotional weight of their story, from their whirlwind Meteor Garden days to the years of silence, and now these quiet reunions, is building into something fans can't ignore. And if you think this is where the story ends, think again. Because K-World has received exclusive reports that Dylan's team has been working overtime behind the scenes.